In this video, I'm going to show a dangerous Python program that will fill your storage space in no time. But before we start writing this code, let's see some little calculation. In storage space, we have a hierarchy. The minimum storage space we can occupy is a byte, and the highest storage amount we can occupy is infinity. 1 byte, we have 1 kilobyte. 1 kilobyte is equivalent to 1000 bytes. And then we have MB, and 1 MB is equivalent to 1000 1 million, sorry, 1 million 1 million bytes. And then we have 1 gig. 1 gig is equivalent to 1 billion, is equivalent to 1 billion bytes. So for us to occupy 1 gig of a storage space of a computer, we have to multiply byte up to 1 billion times. So, but if you remember in your computer science class, we know that a letter A or any character that you see in your screen is occupying a storage space in your computer, is occupying only 1 byte of storage space, just one character. So that means if we have hello is occupy how many? It occupy only 5 bytes of storage space, which is very small, but we need something big. So in that case, we are not going to multiply pictures, we are not going to multiply video, but we're going to focus on a text. So we're going to take just like letter A, and we're going to multiply it 1 billion times. When we multiply it 1 billion times, it's going to be 1 gigabyte. So if we jump into our Python code and create a program that will multiply letter A 1 billion times, that will be equivalent to 1 gigabyte. So we can create several files that will keep creating characters 1 billion times, each file 1 billion times. So if we have that kind of file, like 5 of those files, that means we occupy 5 gig. If we have 10 of them, we occupy 10 gig. So let's do this. Here we are in a Visual Studio Code. We are going to create that file that is going to occupy 1 gigabyte of storage. So now, for us to create that file, what we have to do, we're going to write a Python code that will allow us to create that file. So in Python program, Python usually allow us to communicate with our operating system, and we can create files, and we can work with file. We can read from file, we can write from file. So it's just a reminder. I hope you already know that. If you don't know, now you're going to know. So we're going to use a function what we call open. This function is going to allow us to open a file. We can read from that file, we can write from that file, and also we can create a new file. So when we write this open function, the first thing we are going to do, we're going to write the folder. Sorry, we're going to write the name of the file and its extension. So I'm going to just call my file malicious.txt. That's the name of the file. And then I'm going to put comma. After I put the name of the file, then I'm going to put the mode of that file. Which kind of mode? What are the things am I wanted to do with that file? Am I going to read from the file, or I'm going to write from the file? So I'm going to write from the file. So I'm going to put A. A is stand for append. Means I'm going to add something to the file. So this function usually is going to return us an object, file object, and that file object we can use it to communicate with our file. So I'm going to call it a file, and it's going to be something like this. So this is our object called file. after this function return then it's going to be stored here as an object. So now I can just say file dot, I'm going to say file dot write, then I'm going to write let's say hello, which is, we know hello is only, it's just only 5 bytes. I'm going to say hello. So now if we go back to my folder, see, this is the folder where I created the file, but we don't have any file called malicious.txt. So but if I come back to my VS Code and run this code, then it's going to create that file. So now it create the file. You go back, you see this is the file. Now it's been created. It's called malicious.txt. If I check the storage of this, if I check the size of this file, or if I check the storage of this, the size of this file, by going to properties, we're going to see it's only occupied only 5 bytes, only 5 bytes. So that's telling us, if you can remember our conversion, we said 1000 bytes is equivalent to 1 kilobyte. So I can just multiply this text. You know, in Python I can do that. I can just multiply text. So I can just multiply it 1000 times, and I just run it. So now it's been created. Now let me go back and check the size, and guess what, now I have 5 kilobytes. You see what I'm telling you? Now in no time I just occupy 5 kilobytes. So let's just check what is inside this file. So we're going to just see hello 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 1,000 times. You see, this is what we just created. So now, since we created this file this way, what if I can just put it inside a for loop? For example, and I just say for I in inch, and I just create a loop that will multiply like 100 times. That means 110 times 1000 is going to be 100,000. Or I can ask it to repeat like 1000. So if I just say range 1000, and then I put this inside, so every is going to be repeating, keep on repeating. It's going to keep on repeating. So in every iteration is going to create 1000 hello. And that, and sorry, yes, 1000 hello, and that 1000 hello is equivalent to 5000, is equivalent to 5 kilobytes. And we're going to create 5 kilobytes 1000 times, which is equivalent to 5 MB. So now if we run it, so you see it just created in just no time. And now if we check here, where is our folder, and now we check the size of this file. Now the size of this file is going to be 5 MB. You see, just like what I tell you, it's now 5 MB. So now we just created it to be 5 MB. If I change here and it will be 1 million, now it's going to be 1 gigabyte. So let's run it and see. So now it's taking a little bit longer because we put 1 million, which is equivalent to 1000 multiplied by 1000. So that means we're going to iterate 1 million times, and in every single iteration we are creating hello 1000 times, which is going to create 5 gig of memory. It's going to occupy 5 gig of storage memory. So let's give it a moment to finish. Okay, so as you can see, now it's finished. Let's go and check our file, and now we're going to see our file It's now skyrocketed to 5 GB. You see? Oh my god, this is crazy. Just right now we occupy 5 GB of memory. Oh my shit, man. So you can see now, just by only just 3 lines of code, we just write a program that occupies 5 GB of storage. Now if we look inside the file, this is how we can create a malicious software with just your simple calculation. And there is a better way you're going to create this program. There is a better way. But if you want me to show you in that way, subscribe to this channel. And if you really want me to show you how I did this in a real life, how I create an Android application that do this exactly the same and occupy your storage space. The moment you launch the application, you open it in your phone, it will automatically fill your storage space. So if you want me to show you how I did that, and I'm going to show you the application, so subscribe to this channel and write it inside a comment below. The more people I get, the more it's going to encourage me to create that video, that how we do it, how we're going to do it in a smartphone.